Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, we're going to be talking about Nixilis. Well, of the Black Oath. You can build like infinite different Nixilis decks because they won't stop printing him. But that's cool because I like him. Anyway, I don't. Let's read him because I don't exactly know what pushed me in the direction that I went. Each opponent loses one life. You gain life. I didn't go with life gain. 5/5 demon. I've got a few demons, but get an emblem sack of dude. Wow, I went in a completely different direction here, guys. Anyway, I'm going to kill stuff. That's it's you could almost replace him with any other black general, which I don't know. The further I go on this quest, I may and use him for one of those abilities, maybe a tribal demon or something, if we don't ever get an actual tribal demon commander. But I'm sure, because they're not done printing the commanders yet, and I don't think they ever will be with as popular as our format is. But anyway, let's go with removal. We will start with single target removal. Murder, walk the plank. Yeah, that's a new addition. 2 mana kills just about dang near anything. I like the Gilt Leaf Winnower. I do count it as a spot removal spell because it is 5 mana to kill a creature. You're left with this cool hang around, this 4/3 menace. Go for the throat, consuming vapors. Roll Assassin also, I consider target removal. It does. Now, when you Doomblade something, you spin them, or say murder. You spent the murder because this is a Roll Assassin is the. I'm trying to explain why I love Roll Assassin so much. It is the exact same mana cost as murder. Okay. Yes, murder targets anything. Roll Assassin targets tapped things. The same mana cost. And murder happens instantaneously. Roll Assassin, you have to wait till he's not sick. Of course, there are ways around, the haste and the ways to tap creatures, sure. But the repeatability of Roll Assassin and the effect that it has on a board state, it can stall combats. It can prevent elf tapping shenanigans because they don't want to lose their, big mana guys. And in green decks especially, they don't have a lot of target creature removal. So, but anyway, this is why y'all see Roll Assassin quite a bit for me. Doomblade, Big Game Hunter is another one that I consider target. You're left with a 1/1, but hey, and then on the off chance you got to discard it. Shriek Maul, the first terror, Tendrils of Corruption. We are playing mono black. We'll get to the mono black 5-pack in a minute. Rend Flesh. Now, I like Ashes to Ashes because exile is a very, very powerful word. We all know that. Tragic Slip, also, nasty indestructible, is a real deal. And Hex. Now, be careful with Hex because you gotta have all 6 targets when it resolves. So, mass removal. Mutilate. Now, obviously, Mutilate is going to be one of those when I absolutely positively have to wipe the whole board because that's exactly what's going to happen in this deck. Necromantic Selection, Extinguish All Hope, Crux of Fate, Oblight. I guess you can buddy up if there's an elf player and be like, hey, guy. Killing Wave. You make X enough, it's a board wipe. I promise. And then Deathbringer Regent is the cool kind of board wipe, the kind that leaves around a big dragon. That is mass removal. Let's go with the ramp, I guess. Dark Ritual. Black Mana Battery. By the way, there's something about this art on Black Mana Battery that looks so awesome in the Korean 4th edition. I got a bunch of Korean 4th edition back in the day when it was still, like, you know, available. But if you don't know what it does, it just stores up mana at a very, very expensive rate. Phyrexian Power Stone, Phyrexian Totem, and most importantly, Black Market. Because Black Market is, when you're killing as many creatures as we are killing here, whenever a creature dies, so yeah, you wipe the board, and it gets a counter for all those creatures, you know. So if you keep wiping the board and nobody deals with your Black Market, you can just, you know, pack somebody out of the game. Let's see here. I guess since we moved on to card draw, we can Sign in Blood, Disciple of Bolus, Ambition's Cost, Read the Bones, Pain's Reward. I like Pain's Reward. Now, keep in mind, I'm not responsible when paying life, because bid any amount of life, you know, a lot of players are going to go out there and start off the bidding at 1. It depends on how bad I want those 4 cards and how pressed we are for time. Because I can almost guarantee if I play this card, I intend on winning. I say winning. Intend on winning the bid. I'm going to win the bid. Unless, you know, somebody just super outclasses me on life. But I'm probably not casting it then. Now, for the next few card draw spells, I want you to keep Underworld Dreams in mind here, because Underworld Dreams is one of our win conditions. I mean, it happens just through the natural course of the game. We're going to draw cards. It's going to get better. It gets better when you've got a Howling Mine and, you know, people are taking shocks during their draw step. And then we've got a Horn of Greed. Now, this is not a May ability. You play a Horn of Greed in a lot of decks and people are like, wow, he's helping everybody. You know what? This is not a May ability. You don't get the choice. You're taking the damage. And Otherworld Atlas, because you can ratchet this thing up and where it's lethal. Tutor-wise, we have Diabolic Tutor, Demonic Collusion, and Runescar Demon. Runescar Demon's really good if you can bring him back from the grave, say with a, Zombify or Rise from the Grave. I doubt you're going to want a Fated Return him, but I guess it's possible. He is really, really fun with the old Undertaker because, you know, comes into play effects and whatnot, as is the Shriek Maw and any one of those other 1/8/7 creatures. Or even, you know, the Gravedigger. You can cycle the Gravedigger. Actually, the Gravedigger is probably the greatest thing ever. Now that I think about it, if you Undertaker the Gravedigger, you're getting back an additional creature to your hand to feel. Man, it's awesome. I didn't think about that. Anyway, we are playing Mono Black, so the Mono Black 5-pack, you know. I mean, I hate to do it, but these cards are so good in Mono Black, I hate not to. Actually, 4, because Forlash is kind of subjective. Yeah, all he is a big fatty, but let's face it, I love this particular big fatty, and we're not going to, you know, grandeur his ass. It would be neat if they did grandeur on non-legendary creatures. I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, they totally could. Flavor-wise, it might not make sense, because the idea was you can, you know, it's a useful legendary. You can ditch other copies of it, you know, for an ability, just so you don't have dead cards in your hand. But, I think you could do it on other cards. Still's not going to help us in our format. Corlash you don't see a lot in EDH, but he's a 4-mana, you know, what is that? Squelching Leeches or whatever. Do have the other Ob Nixilis Waka, because, you know, you draw cards, you kill things, and kind of does your Underworld Dreams thingy there. Now, Dingus Staff. We're killing creatures. They might as well be hurting from it. And, you know, we don't have as many creatures. We'll go through here. Avatar of Woe. Wide of Precinct 6 is a 2-mana beater. I mean, this guy's huge because, you know, obviously you're not running him out on turn 2. The Blood Crazed Paladin. New get Vampire Knight from Ixalan. I love this guy. He works great with the theme. The Grave Robber, since we are killing things, I mean, the Grave Robber is cool, but it's really cool when he flips and you just 5-mana colon. Yeah, that's right, colon. You just, you know, you got 5 mana, you do it. And then we have our the Evil Demon Pack. You know, we have the Indulgent Tormentor, the Blood Gift Demon, Desecration Demon. Cruel Pit Lord is a it's expensive, 9 mana. Man, it's solid. And Nephirox. Now, for the next card, I really want to focus on our General's Ultimate here, the emblem. You 2 mana, sack a dude. You're going to gain X life and draw X cards, where X is a sacrifice creature's power. Now, as you've seen every card in the deck so far except one. We don't have a lot of creatures. We don't have a lot of, you know, sack out or you know, high power cards, or, you know. But what if we could generate one every turn? The natural fit, I felt, was the Phyrexian Processor to go with that. Yeah, you're going to pay however much life, probably, you know, around the neighborhood of 10-ish. So you pay 10 life, or maybe you just pay 7, since that's a perfect hand size. And you pay 7 life, and you're going to crank out a 7/7 every turn. Something happens, they go to destroy it. You can spend your 2 mana, sack it, get you 7 cards, which is going to enable you to kill more things and bring, you know, anyway. Y'all see where I'm going there. Well, that is what I have got for Mr. Ob, at least this particular Ob. I think that actually completes all of the Ob Nixilis, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've got them all built now. I do appreciate you watching. Y'all let me know what you think. Right now, it's time to shuffle and cut.